You can buy one.
No, I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say that. Everything tastes just like chicken. Hey, welcome back. It's the Lee Sullivan Show. We're visiting with Stephanie Somerset, and we're talking about specifically the opportunity to have dogs on the beach and the implications and ramifications of that at a higher level, a broader level. But let me let you continue and me be more quiet.
Well, okay, thank you. Back to the implications at a broader level. Again, we respect the Audubon Society, and we look forward to working with them. One of the things we ask, however, is that they be reasonable. When there's a place set aside, paid for with our tax dollars for our recreation, we ask that we be allowed to use it for reasonable recreation. Now, here's a News Herald article that said quite a few years back, the park actually wanted to create boardwalks across Shell Island for people to use. They opposed it because they did not want anything that would encourage the use of that part of Shell Island, and they asked that the DEP limit the number of visitors to Shell Island. That's the kind of thing where if you don't have a group like ours standing up and saying, hold it just a minute, let's be a little more reasonable.
We can put a fence around it.
Well,
I mean, you could only limit the number of visitors. Of course, you got helicopters and stuff like that, but I mean, how do you limit the number of visitors? Go ahead. That's.
Well, exactly.
Right.
And so we want to be part of the planning process. We want to be able to hold people accountable and say, let's be reasonable. And every boater in Bay County, or somebody who might want to be a boater someday, ought to be interested in this because it's also our group.
Catch us a picture of this criminal.
Yeah. Thank you.
This has got to be on the wanted poster.
This is what happens out at Shell Island.
There it is. Okay.
All right. Huh? These are the Bay County folks tearing up Shell Island.
Listen. This guy, if you see this guy in your neighborhood, immediately call 911. Gosh. Okay. Is there another one? You got another criminal?
Yeah, I do. Here's another one for you.
Okay. Oh, this is a young criminal.
Yeah,
this is okay. We're raising the generation of criminals, and so.
Yeah, and I have one other thing to show you. This is
Lassie.
from State of Florida Archives. This episode of Lassie was actually filmed in Florida. So here's Lassie standing on a beach. Now, this couldn't happen today because little Timmy would be in the slammer because Lassie doesn't have a leash on, and that's probably a nest.
Well, you got to. Hey, look. What about what's the other movie where the guy had the pet dolphin and they would feed it and everything?
Oh yeah, Flipper.
Hey, he's hooked too. Flipper, thank you.
Okay.
Where, as we close out, you've had organization, a voice, had some people listen to you. So cap it for me in where do you anticipate you are right now? I mean, do you feel like you've accomplished some things?
Yes, absolutely. Because we stood up and we said we want our government to be accountable. DEP actually sent a contingent of people over here, had a 4-hour public meeting. We had overwhelming support for our cause. We had people who represented property owners, people who represented the boating industry, saying we want a voice in all of this, and it was very good.
Good.
And now our next step is to work with the county and with the state on a plan, which, by the way, the State and County Commission has taken leadership and said we have requested the state to work on a plan that benefits the citizens of Bay County. So we look forward to being involved in that process moving forward and coming up with some things that are just a little more reasonable for everybody.
Okay. Pay attention to what goes on around you. Don't slough it off and fluff it off. Pay attention to what happens at Shell Island, what has happened, what will continue to happen, and pay attention to what happens to the west of us in the 6,000 acres and the taking of that. It was a government of the people, not a people of the government. Those are things you need to remember. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you pay a little attention. Now I got to get out of here. Never enough time. I want to thank Miss Somerset for being kind enough to come on this morning. and share with us some issues that you might not have taken quite in the manner that we have presented them this morning. Listen to me. You take care of yourself. You take care of someone else. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.